Hey, Bark Lord. It's me, Wayman. I'm kind of tired. Just did 12 hours, but I've been thinking about um, Thunderfoot's video and your response, and I just want to put in a couple cents. Uh, I haven't made any video replies to you in a while, but putting in a couple cents on the topic. I think that we're on the edge, looking out onto something uh, new. Kind of like Arjuna in the middle of the battlefield. In this whole idea of um, the sacred and reconciling that with um, rational um, ideas, constantly rationalizing. And I think what people lack today is the experience. What made the Buddha under the Bo tree stop and think about it for a long period of time? I think it was 7 days. And he gets up and moves. Then he looks back where he had the vision for 7 days. Same thing that Thunderfoot explains happened to the Buddha in his mind. So here, like, being in a cave or water could represent the subconscious. I might sound a little bit as a mystic, but I just wanted to read this text that would be a reply to thunderfeet. Feats. Just for fun, we'll call them thunderfeets. This is Elijah. He rose and drank, and with that strength from that meal he walked 40 days, 40 nights, as far as the mountain of God at Horeb. And he went into a cave there, and he spent the night. And the word of the Lord came to him and said, "Why are you here, Elijah?" And he replied, "I am moved by zeal for the Lord and the God of hosts. For the Israelites have forsaken your covenant, torn down your altars, and put your prophets to the sword. I alone am left, and they are out to take my life. Come out," he called, "and stand on the mountain before the Lord." And lo, the Lord passed by. There was a great mighty wind, splitting the mountains, shattering the rocks by the power of the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake, fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a soft, murmuring sound. Then Elijah heard it. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his mantle about his face and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. So he comes out. And what's amazing about these lawgivers, whether it's like Kyrgyz or Salon from the Greek side of it, they're bringing order to chaos. And just like in the first part of Genesis, where chaos and darkness ruled was ruled the earth, or the waters of the deep, and to make something of it. And I believe that's how the subconscious exposes itself. It can be very scary. So forcing and enforcing or providing a law code would make you something other than human, almost divine yourself, and creating light onto the darkness, and separating the darkness from the light, is that very experience of doing that within your mind, the creation. And that's what I believe belief systems today lack, is the experience of that. It's been passed on, it's been worn out, and I think people need to find it for themselves. That's what I'm thinking. And God was not in the volcano. So, I guess you slay another, you slay yourself. And I think as long as we're afraid of what's down there uh, within our minds, within ourselves, and we're afraid to confront that through the metaphor, and afraid to take the time, which a lot of people don't do, take the time to work it out and put it in their own symbolic terms to work through it. It's a lot of hard work. Native Americans had pretty good ways of doing this. Buddhism, as an example, just an example. But once you have that kind of experience, I hate to use it, but like the Apostle Paul, but especially like Arjuna when Krishna reveals himself. It's not like he can just go and tell somebody else, and they would get the same experience. It's hard to explain. Ezekiel. What was symbols, metaphors that meant something to him and to the nation that he was trying to preserve. And I think that it's a very powerful thing. And that's why I'm going to stay in the cave as all these things pass by with the literature and with art, with dance, and with abstract expressionism, because it's a lot more dynamic than what Thunderfoot makes it out to be. And I think that in his zeal to slice and dice belief systems, he's overlooking the very thing that he's probably trying to find, what makes people tick. So I don't know. That's just my 5 cents. But take care, friends, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.